This is a summary of the book Thinking, Fast and Slow by psychologist Daniel Kahneman. It is a great intro to the psychology of decision-making. Kahneman talks about the two systems of human thinking, the fast and intuitive system 1 and the deliberate and logical system 2. There is a continual battle going on in your brain. It may over-control your behavior and actions. This may lead to mistakes in memory, judgment, and decision-making. These two systems in your brain are constantly fighting over control of your behavior and actions. It is important to know how to fix the confusion in the brain when these two systems collide. For example, it tells you where and when it is best not to rely on your gut instinct. The two systems in your brain control your actions. One is conscious, the other is automatic. Consciousness defines our thoughts, actions, and awareness. Unconscious is defined as the deep recesses of our past and memories. To be in control, it is important to learn about priming, anchoring, loss aversion, and ego depletion. We can use both systems, intuition and slower thinking, to shape our behavior and decisions. We all have potential, but sometimes our brains are just not working hard enough. System 1 operates intuitively and automatically. We use it to think fast, like when we drive a car, or when we recall our age when asked. System 2 uses problem-solving and concentration. We use it to think slowly, like when we plan how to grow our business or do a maths calculation. System 2 is best activated when we have self-control, concentration, and focus. However, when we cannot focus, like when we feel tired or stressed, System 1 impulsively takes over, coloring our judgment. How can we remain in control when times are hectic and stress kicks in? To gain more concentration and focus, start by practicing mindfulness and having short breaks. Adjusting the focus of our minds can dramatically affect our thoughts and behaviors. Our minds use different amounts of energy depending on the task. When there is no need to mobilize attention and little energy is needed, we are in a state of cognitive ease. When our minds must mobilize attention, they use more energy and enter a state of cognitive strain. Changes in the brain's energy levels have dramatic effects on how we behave. You can consciously influence the amount of energy the mind uses to reframe the mind. Work with your brain, not against it. Activate fast thinking to work with intuition, at the right time and each time. These activations affect how individuals react to ideas, for example, by making reactions quicker. No matter the circumstances, yes, you can be in control. Don't let your emotions get in the way of making wise financial decisions. Yet, there are times when we unconsciously repeatedly brainwash and delude ourselves, especially when we want something so badly. Sometimes, familiarity is not easily distinguished from truth. What seems real may not be what it seems. Repeated exposure to ideas, even if they are not true, makes us more likely to believe the ideas and think that they are credible. Thus some end up being misled. If you want people to believe in your idea, make it simple and memorable. Tell the same story many times to the same people. Use simple language to communicate your opinion. If you care about being thought credible and intelligent, do not use complex language where simpler language will do. There is no need to muddle your ideas with complex and technical language. Use the simplest and clearest way to communicate what you want to say. Simple language reduces the cognitive load needed to understand ideas. Doing all these will serve you best when you want to influence others to follow your point of view. Daniel Kahneman also talks about the experiencing self and the remembering self. The experiencing self is the one that is experiencing the emotional state in the moment. What is the experiencing self? What is the remembering self? The remembering self is the memory of the experienced moment. The experiencing self does not have a voice. It is System 1 which is more impulsive and automatic of the two systems. The remembering self is sometimes wrong, but it is the one that is usually in charge. The remembering self governs what we learn from living life's experiences. The remembering self is the one that makes decisions. What we learn from the past is to maximize the qualities of our future memories, not necessarily of our future experience. Let past memories help you cultivate wisdom for today and the future. In simple words, learn from the past but harness logic and focus on important matters. What we actually experience does not necessarily translate to how we remember that experience. For System 1, imagine seeing something you don't want to see, and you just turn away. Or the times when we overeat when we just need a little bit to fill our tummy. Life is a multitude of experiences. Some of these experiences create powerful memories that translate into remembrance. Remembrance shapes our thoughts and actions. This is a critical distinction because the remembering self creates the stories that drive our beliefs about our experiences in life. And those beliefs determine how we think, feel, and operate. These in turn may nurture your intuition. But, remember this rule. Intuition cannot be trusted in the absence of stable regularities in the environment. Your intuition is more dependable when there are stable patterns in your environment. So, if you find yourself in a completely new environment or set of circumstances, and if you have a strong gut feeling within, don't give it as much weight as if you're in a familiar situation. Or you might end up following the wrong path. Chance plays a bigger role than you think. We may overestimate our understanding about the world and underestimate the role of chance in life. We might give excuses that seem rational for our actions which may be in fact irrational. But often, choices and events are determined more by chance than a logical and predictable pattern. Therefore, we need to be prepared for any chances of life hurling new experiences at us. Do not ignore the role of chance in your life. Opportunities lurk within. We get new choices and a chance to create change, and let that be positive. Be aware of the planning fallacy, or of trying too hard to make things work. Sometimes we overfocus on our goal, anchor on our plan, and neglect relevant base rates, exposing ourselves to the planning fallacy. We focus on what we want to do and can do, neglecting the plans and skills of others. Both in explaining the past and in predicting the future, we focus on the causal role of skill and neglect the role of luck. We are therefore prone to an illusion of control. Sometimes we focus on what we know and neglect what we do not know, which makes us overly confident in our beliefs. When we make plans in our lives and businesses, we often neglect the important role of base rates, chance, and things outside of our control. That might cause us to fall. Avoid being overconfident in our ability to forecast a highly unpredictable future. We might mistakenly sometimes make decisions under the illusion that we can control the outcome. Now, that seems a lot of experiences and remembering. So where do we go from here? How can we apply the insights from this book to improve the way we think and be in control of life? Well, the fact is that you can design the memory of your experiences. What is the story of your experience? How do experiences define you? You can design your life, present and future. You can curate the ideal user experiences for your brand. You can create the beautiful relationships. Life is in your hands, if you know how to think fast and when to think slow. Be in control of your mind. Your mind is powerful and full of potential. Harness your greatness today. Thank you for watching this video summary.